And welcome back to the Hot Lap. Could Fernando Alonso be out at Aston Martin come the end of the year? Well, according to some, that could be a possibility, especially to someone. And no, this is not, once again, not an April Fool's. If you are watching this on April the 1st, the day it was recorded, this is from Planet F1. And it says, Alonso, the big loser, as Verstappen tipped to receive Aston Martin offer he can't refuse. Now, there's been plenty of news in relation to Fernando Alonso, going at Aston Martin, or Max Verstappen coming to Aston Martin with this alleged $1 billion offer. But that's what it's just been, rumours, conjecture. But Max Verstappen to Aston Martin, they're saying, is a distinct inevitability. And that's at least the belief of a certain Juan Pablo Montoya. He suggested the Dutch driver may switch allegiances. And, okay, this might have been silly last year, but now the struggles with the Red Bull, maybe we can start to believe this could happen. Now, as we know, though, Verstappen is under a contract until the end of 2028. But that hasn't stopped there being plenty of speculation as to where Max Verstappen is going. Now, Montoya has suggested that Max Verstappen, he could well sign with Aston Martin, but what does that mean for Fernando Alonso? So as we know, last year Red Bull were going through a up and down year on and off the track, in spite of Verstappen's brilliance winning that driver's title. Verstappen was linked initially with a possible move to Mercedes. The Brackley Brace squad was obviously seeking a successor from the departing Lewis Hamilton. And T-Boss Toto, let's be fair, he was pretty much borderline flirting with Max Verstappen in the media in the lead up, and then said, it was Kimi all the time. What a 180, yeah. Believe what you will. But eventually, the Dutch driver became clearer with his intentions, and he said lastly he's going to remain at Red Bull. Fine. Mercedes signed promising youngster Kimi Antonelli. Okay. But a particularly interesting future destination for Verstappen is if he wanted to leave Red Bull, he could go to Aston Martin team. Why? Well, think about it. You got the Honda engine. You got Adrian Newey. You got lots of money bags. Lawrence Stroll. Yeah, Lawrence Stroll, the former Force India squad, evolved into a workforce which it could match any other team on the grid, particularly when you look at how that factory has developed over the years. Along with brand new factory facilities, they've got new infrastructures, including a state-of-the-art wind tunnel that's been secured, and the services of Adrian Newey, Bob Bell and Enrique Cardil to go along with those facilities. Very expensive for that cost cap, though. But with Honda also beginning its partnership with Aston Martin next season, as Red Bull partners Ford go, join up with what's known as Red Bull powertrains. Now, moving to Aston Martin would reunite Verstappen, Newey, it wouldn't really reunite Verstappen and Honda, but it'll keep that relationship going. Now, former F1 Grand Prix winner Montoya believes the switch will come, provided the path in 2026 shows Red Bull may be less competitive. Now, the reasons why? Well, they're struggling at the moment, and the rumours that the Ford engine may be not as good as some of the others. A rumour, though. He said, I think Max will get an offer he can't refuse from Aston Martin. That's what he told Vision for Sport. He said he might give Red Bull a chance for a year and a chance for Adrian to start figuring it out. He said Adrian can't do that immediately. It's a new whole group and everyone needs to start working together. And he said, are they going to be better than where they were, where they are next year? He reckons for sure. But I don't think they're going to start winning a string of races. So I think they'll be solid, he's basically saying, but not absolute winners like, for example, McLaren are at the moment, which I think is interesting. And they're suggesting that the writing could be on the wall from very early next season if the RBPT, the Red Bull powertrains unit, proves less than competitive. Montoya reckons, who said he would be going to Aston Martin over all the others if that chance did arise. He said, but if Red Bull struggles in year one, then it wouldn't surprise me if by race 3 Max has already signed with somebody else. He said, if I were Max, I would go to Aston. Mercedes would be cool too, but Aston would be the logical choice, having Adrian and Honda there. Everything he has won is there. And that's a significant thing, isn't it? Everything he's won is there. I mean, Adrian Newey and Aston Martin, and, not Aston Martin, but the Honda team. And he knows that they have, outside of Adrian, designed a half-decent car because they were finishing second to Max Verstappen at one point in 2022. So I think it's very possible it has. And also, with the current Lawrence Stroll buying more of Aston Martin, I believe, meaning he's going to be there. Let's be fair, he's not moving away. He's not getting rid of his slightly less talented son, although I do admit that Lance Stroll has made a fantastic beginning, a fantastic start to the year. Absolutely, he has. Will that continue? Who knows? For his sake, I hope it does. I wouldn't bet the house on it, though. But he made a good start. But he's made a good start to other years as well. But fingers crossed for Lance Stroll. But should he be in Formula 1? No. No, let's be honest. If you're an Aston Martin team, you're looking at the board members. You could afford millions for your drivers. Would Lance Stroll be one of them? No, he wouldn't be, would he? Let's be fair. So, other than that, me, strolling. If you made it to the end, give us a subscribe. That would be really, really great. If you're already subscribed, you just watching this is more than enough. But if you want to help a bit more, hit that like button below, comment below, and let us know what you think. Could Fernando Alonso make way for Max Verstappen at Aston Martin simply because they're not getting rid of Lance, are they, anytime soon? They've made that very clear. They really want Lance to win that World Championship. Oh dear. So, speak to you soon. Thank you very much. And above all else, stay safe.